Going back to maybe one of the exploits, or maybe one of the issues, not an exploit, issues with Bitcoin in the future is by having non-KYC wallets. Could they have issues in the future because these centralized exchanges, they're going to exist again. We know that.
Yeah.
Trying to maybe bring the Bitcoin.
Away. They're still here.
Yeah. There's, well, I think they're all going down in about a week or so. A lot of them.
We'll see.
But they bringing, Bitcoin back onto that exchange because it's on your cold storage and then trying to convert that to fiat. Maybe could those non-KYC wallets be like blacklisted?
100%. They will absolutely be blacklisted.
Yeah.
So on your Bitcoin journey, you got to look at your portfolio as a whole. So if you want truly private, unconfiscatable Bitcoin, I don't recommend that you do that all in. I don't recommend that take up 100% of your portfolio. It should be insurance against incompetence. And that's it. I am happy to continue to live in the somewhat functioning world that we have. I would like to see the world get better. I would like to see the world get more transparent, and I would like to see financial instruments get stronger without a collapse. But in the event of a collapse or in the event of a seizure, I want to know that they can't take everything. So, those wallets are going to be blacklisted. They are not going to be allowed. They're going to be unregistered wallets. So you do need to take that into consideration. But at the same time, this is a peer-to-peer movement, and there's going to be several applications, and there's going to be lots of places for you to use that. Very similar to, what we have with the internet today and the dark net. Most of the internet is the light net. It is the, controlled, censored, auditable, and, more than adopted internet. And we still have the dark net, which, has some nefarious activity on there as well, but it also has freedom. It has the freedom of speech. It has the freedom of the press. And there's a lot of really positive use cases of the dark net. It's a double-edged sword, though. It comes with the negative stuff.
Yeah, and you'll still be able to unload on peer-to-peer in any country, especially maybe these like Bitcoin-friendly countries like El Salvador and Panama and even Thailand now. I mean, they're really pushing on the crypto side. Dubai. So you'll still, if you got 20 million in Bitcoin on a non-KYC wallet, don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's actually a really valid point as well, because where one country will over-regulate crypto, another country will embrace it, and there will be an opportunity fight. There will be a policy fight between countries. So, we may enter a time where your KYC Bitcoin may not be able to leave the country. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen, but your non-KYC Bitcoin lives in your brain, and you can take it anywhere you want. Yeah. And, we'll see. It's pretty incredible what roadblocks can be put in front of you. So it's important to study, do your due diligence, and try and stay abreast of any of the security precautions and developments that come to Bitcoin, so that you have the tools available.
Yeah, I helped a friend. He purchased some Bitcoin when it crashed the other day, and he put it on. I'll shout out. You know who I'm talking about if you're watching this. And he put it on his. He bought it on Binance, and he was having trouble taking it from Binance to his ledger. And there was a part on there, and he was having a panic attack. But I said, hey, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And basically, there was a question on Binance. They're saying, where are you sending your Bitcoin? And he kept clicking on for protection. And they kept saying, well, send us the URL. He's like, well, how do I send the URL? And he couldn't get past this point. I'm like, give me your app. I literally opened up. It's like, where are you sending this? I'm like, to a friend. Clicked it, and they were fine. They're like, oh, yeah, no problem. Just send it.
Oh, interesting.
And that was it, and it was fixed.
Interesting. Because I ran into the exact same thing with Coinbase recently, and I said I was sending it to a friend because a friend, anyways, I don't need to get into details, but I was sending it to a friend, and they asked for KYC of my friend.
Oh, wow.
So that's coming down the pipe.
So everyone needs to start to prepare for that as well. And, and with that in mind, like there are the worst case scenario, meaning you go on, let's say you went on FTX 2 hours before it crashed, and you bought on $100,000 and you wanted to buy the Bitcoin. That would be like a black swan moment in the sense of you bought it and you literally went to take it off and send it to your ledger and they crash. That can happen. Now it would be a very rare like case, like your timing would just be like horribly off, but that can still happen.
Sure.
So that's what people are going to ask. Again, I don't want an exchange. So we're going to have to go through these peer-to-peer networks. Maybe, could you even find friends, let's say, that have a KYC'd account and you send them the cash and they go, there's peer-to-peer on like Binance as well, where I think you can purchase peer-to-peer.
It's witnessed peer-to-peer.
Witness peer-to-peer, yes.
So Binance knows who you are. They know who the counterparty is. They know that a transaction went down. And so it's not really true peer-to-peer. It's witnessed peer-to-peer. But yeah, there are peer-to-peer exchanges built into a lot of these top exchanges. FTX had one too. Like a lot of them have it. I don't agree with those. It's just the same. You're still KYCing yourself.
You just push that up a bit down, or I think just closer and then down.
You're just KYCing yourself.
Okay. If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.